Children of the Waning Star is a TikTok cult that has recently sparked fury for its disturbing practices, strange sacrifices, and, you know, being a cult. So I thought we could have a look at the situation, particularly the cult leader, and try to figure out what all the fuss is about. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, because this old channel here is the only cult that's actually worth joining. But without further ado, let's have a look at day one, shall we?
I'm starting a cult and you guys are all going to be a part of it. The first thing I want to start doing is Victim of the Week, where whoever drops the funniest photo in my comment section, I'm gonna profile picture and become you for a whole week. Also, anyone that follows me, feel free to chime in on the rules to our little society. Like, I feel like holidays could be really fun for us, or maybe, like, we have a certain emoji so you know that you're in the inn, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be really good for us. Let me know.
Okay, so that's the TikTok that started this whole drama? This is, like, huge, by the way. There are millions of people who are watching this and talking about it and leaving comments saying that it's really disturbing. And it all started from this. I'm pretty curious to see where this goes, to be honest with you, because what I've been hearing is, like, insane. Like, the amount of stuff that this has supposedly led to, the amount of, like, sacrifices and weird sort of practices that are being done by people as a result of this blows my mind if it's real, but I guess we'll figure it all out now. But as of right now, it seems so innocent. Like, I don't know how old this lovely lady is, but they don't look, you know, like I don't know, early 20s maybe? And they're just starting a group on TikTok and they're using the word cult, obviously, playfully. Just seems like, I don't know, just seems like a bit of fun, but I guess we'll see where this goes.
Hi, cult leader here. We have a popular cult member request and I want to make it law. But I was wondering what day you guys think we should do this on, and also what we should do each month. I saw a member suggest that we use lime emojis for the day because ew. And then I saw another one say that maybe each month we comment photos of our animals as a sacrifice. Those are just some suggestions. Anywho, whatever the top member comment is on this post will become our law, so vote wisely.
Okay, so I'm starting to see, I guess, maybe a little bit more unhinged this time, but still sort of playful, obviously. Like, I'm guessing that the actual goal of this cult isn't to sacrifice animals. But from what I've heard, some people have gone mental and sort of run with this whole roleplay idea and actually sacrifice their animals. Now, I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure just how spongy the minds of the internet are to where they can watch a video of a Asian lady talk about how they want to sacrifice animals and use emojis to signify what group they're a part of, and then actually go, ooh, this is really inspiring me to hang my chipmunk. But then again, man, the internet's the internet, so I honestly partially wouldn't even be surprised. Again, though, so far, not too bad. Let's see where this goes once again. So here's a video of Gigi Jarvis, that is the lady's name here, explaining why she is the perfect cult leader.
Now that I've gaslit you into our cult, I'm gonna explain to you why I'm the perfect leader with all the reasons I should be canceled for. Number one, I was one of those cringe anime TikTokers in 2020. I might have started the Levi Ackerman x Alvin and the Chipmunks ship, but that just showcases that I'm really good at leading a movement.
I swear to God, I did not bring Chipmunks up knowing that she was going to bring up Alvin and that is just pure coincidence, but I mean, it just goes to show that I am made for this job. Mate, I'm fucking clairvoyant, like it's insane, but also, what was that sentence just now? Like, how have we gotten to a point on this channel where I'm hearing sentences that go something along the lines of, oh, look, I have to admit, like, I'm sorry, but I'm the one who started the Levi x Alvin and the Chipmunks trend back in 2022. Is that, like, TikTok's unraveling of Jack the Ripper's identity? Like, I'm so confused. Was anyone, like, losing sleep over, who started the Levi x Alvin and the Chipmunks ship in 2021? Oh, it was, of course, it was Gigi Jarvis. Well, now I have to join her cult.
Two is that I snuck into FurryCon, which showcases that I get the job done.
Why are, two furries in a row on this channel. This one seems a lot less unhinged than the last one, to be fair.
Is that on my other account, I used to make videos saying run, don't walk to the TikTok shop, which showcases my heart is full of evil and perfect for the cause. I've also done a bunch of super evil, super really cool things, but I signed NDAs for all of that, so I can't tell you. But just know that I'm the perfect person for the job.
Just seems like a young girl having some fun on the internet. And it's gone way more viral than I'm sure she was expecting. I'll be real, I got so many requests for this topic. Like, you guys went mental in the on Instagram DMs, this is one of the most requested videos I've ever had. If this is it, if this is all that has come out of this situation, then I'll be real, I question your guys' judgment on the videos you want me to make, but look, don't get me wrong, I'm sure that it gets more mental. You know, I've heard some things, I've got some TikToks on the tab collabs here, so, you know, brace yourselves. I'm not too sure how real it all is, though, but if there's any bullshit, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or sensationalize it for the sake of my channel. If I think it's nothing, then it's nothing, really. And so far, I don't see anything necessarily wrong with this. So this is them choosing the cult symbol.
We have officially selected the symbols for our cult. We are doing the fingerprint and then the star, like above. Honorable mention to cult member One Silly Billy because they have the most likes on their comment, but I couldn't video stitch it. Also, by doing the fingerprint and the star, hopefully if it comes up as a square for the non-Apple users, you could still tell who's who because of the star next to it. So congratulations, once you fall asleep, I'm going to sneak into your home and carve it into your skin. But in the meantime, feel free to put it in your bio or other places. See you soon.
All right, let's look at the comments because I feel like I'm gonna get more of a. Okay, so I did hear I'm gonna sneak into your home and like cut this into your skin or whatever, and I do hear that a lot of people have actually sort of done that, which is mental. But also, I don't know how responsible she is for that because in my mind it just seems so playful. Like there's no way she was sort of planning this all along. Oh, I'm gonna manipulate a bunch of susceptible young people into carving really harmful things into their skin by saying things like this really subtly. But then I'm gonna say it in a way where there's like plausible deniability, so I can say that I didn't intend to do it or whatever. I just don't think that there's any reason to do so, and I just don't think that's what happened. I think it's unfair to sort of throw that upon her, but we'll read the comments here. Hey, so people get abused, tortured, mentally programmed, and brainwashed, and killed in cults, especially children. Is this it? Is this the issue people are having with this whole topic? It's not a real cult. Many cults support and encourage incest as well. What you're doing is harmful, and you're deliberately ignoring that. Really? Really? I don't know about that, man. It's like, you know when you play make-believe as a kid and you make groups or whatever? Is the word cult the problem here? If she just replaced the word cult with group or community, then would that be okay? Cults tend to be isolated, secretive, manipulative, abusive. I mean, there's nothing secretive about these TikToks, is there? Nor abusive either. And definitely not isolated. It's none of those things. Manipulative, maybe I can like see you making an argument for her trying to manipulate people. I can't read her mind. Maybe that is her goal here, but I doubt it. I just think that is reaching to the nth degree. Not to mention, by the way, actual cults despise being called cults. They'll do everything they can to get away from that verbiage. Gigi's liberal use of the word should be an immediate sign that it's just cosplay. No one's being abused and there's no evidence of any coercive control. Cults thrive off abuse and manipulation. They're controlling, they're also dangerous and known for sacrifice. People in cows have cut themselves. I really shouldn't laugh. People in cows. Is that like the name of a cult or have they just misspelt cult? I need to look that up now so I don't look horribly insensitive. No, it's just cattle. This is... Whoa! I didn't know Google did that shit. That's wicked. Fucking hell, they're 510 kilograms. These are fat boys. Or girls. But anyway, if you happen to be a person who lives in one of those things, then there's a chance you'll cut yourself, offer blood, and more for Gigi. What are the replies to this saying? There is no evidence of this, by the way. Yeah, that's what I'm like. This is ridiculous. This is it does seem as though if they just picked a word that wasn't cult, it'd be okay. Also, I've just seen the username of this TikToker, #1 grass eater. Maybe that's why they mentioned cows. They can't get the whole verbiage off of their mind. Okay, so this is when they choose the cult name. We're really going through the timeline of this thing.
The time has finally come. We're going to name the cult. A lot of members have been asking about it, and I kind of want to start a Wikipedia page or a Reddit page of our lore, so we definitely need a name. Think of something clever. The member that has the highest like comment on this video will be naming our cult, so make sure you vote wisely.
I mean, it just seems like a community thing. It just seems like a way to build engagement for her TikTok page. Like, she's made a video, it went viral, she's run with it, and went, oh, fuck it. Let me carry on with this, I'm having fun. And, like, she's trying to engage with the people who are supporting her, like, her page. Even if it's meant to be cute or just a fandom, calling something a cult can mock the trauma of people who are trafficked or brainwashed, make the word lose meaning. Okay, so it does see, but then that comment there implies that the only issue with this is that they use the word cult. So is this entire drama predicated upon the word cult being used. I'm being, like, I know I sound facetious, but I'm being deadly serious here. If she had just used the word group, I feel like this wouldn't have gone viral, or it definitely wouldn't have become, like, as controversial as it is currently. But also, if that is the case, right, if that is the case, and the word, like, using the word cult is as horrible as the comment has made it out to be, which, you know, very well could be, because cults are terrible. I need to make that clear. There is no good cult. Cults are shite. Do we not think it's a little bit unfair to assume that she's calling it a cult with the intention of doing all those things? Or would it not be a lot fairer to just assume that she's a young girl who jokingly wanted to start a funny cult-like thing, but it's obviously not a real cult. Now, it would be one thing if Gigi takes this, runs with it, and, you know, sort of, goes mental and goes further on with it and becomes more cult-like to, I guess, continue or rapidly increase the audience that she has garnered, right? In a way that is manipulative. Now, she has responded to all the controversy surrounding this, so it'll be interesting to see what she says when we get there, because I feel like hearing her respond to the whole thing will really reveal the motives here.
Congratulations, we have officially named our cult Children of the Waning Star, or CWS for short. There were a lot of votes for the name Star Prince. Would we like to use that name to address ourselves as the members, or should we vote on a different name? Anyways, be on the lookout for the next meeting because we will be speaking about the entity.
Hey, so it's getting to the point of people genuinely carving the symbols into their skin, making shrines, and genuinely saying that they're hallucinating entities, then it's way too far. I get that it's for fun, but this isn't fun. Some people are taking it too far, and it's not fun if it's actually starting to harm people. Really? Is that really what's fucking happening? Because if it is, I get the controversy. I get the drama. That's totally fair. And if that is what's happening, I do think that it should be stopped. But at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily her fault that it happens to begin with. There's an argument to be made that you can make it her fault if she continues to go along with it, knowing that it's causing harm. But the initial sort of start of the whole thing, I don't think it's fair to blame that on her, because it is very clear, in my opinion, that she's just started a thing because she thought it'd be funny or cute or she was bored, you know what I mean? Me personally, if I was doing something like this and I started hearing that people were genuinely doing this horrible shit, then yeah, I would stop, because I wouldn't want to cause that in people. I've yet to see any evidence that people are actually doing this, but I'm sure we'll get into that later. I've got like a whole document of the whole chronology of this situation, by the way, so if it comes up, then it'll be here. We're also gonna have a look at like some responses to the whole thing, like former people who were in cults and stuff like that, so there is gonna be a decent conversation to be had. It's just, as of right now, I'm struggling to see why Gigi in particular is as evil as a lot of people are making her out to be. She just sort of seems like normal girl to me so far.
Many members have mentioned an entity come and visit them. Was the entity the waning star itself, or maybe a mythical creature that guards the star? Please let me know on this video. The member that has the most people agree with them will be talked about in tomorrow's meeting. Once we figure out what the entity is, we can then name it and then provide offerings.
Okay, so I guess that's the first video of her sort of encouraging people who are claiming to have seen the entity, but then again, it could just be part of the roleplay in her mind. Like, it depends on the tone of the comments. Like, if people are commenting, like, in a very clearly roleplay-like fashion, I understand this response, but if there are people making TikToks, like, in a very serious fashion, and that's the response, I understand why people would see that as a little bit insensitive. We'll have a look at those TikToks and comments a bit later, though. Alright, now let's have a look at some of the results of this whole thing, potentially catastrophic results that has led to the whole controversy, before we have a look at her response to the drama. This one's quite telling, I think.
Hey guys, so getting death threats about this whole situation is kind of insane, and I highly suggest some of y'all touch some grass here.
I think touch some grass is an understatement for an anime profile picture with 3 following and 3. It's a burner account that someone's made to send someone a message hoping that they die because they left the cult. Touching grass is like the least of their work. This person probably hasn't even seen a picture of grass.
I'm getting a lot of hate on this, and I've gotten multiple death threats, and I'm just gonna say I don't think that's necessary at all. This whole thing has gotten blown out of proportion. 90% of the people who have these symbols in their username are going to change it as soon as they're able to by TikTok, myself included. I honestly thought it was like those trends where everyone has like a matching profile photo. You get to meet like a lot of new people that way. That's what I was mentally comparing it to. I think we need to take a step back and realize how desperate people are for a community. Like, of course, this whole situation is not the answer, and it would be nice if there was an actual community for that, again, that didn't result in death threats. Y'all are y'all are out there.
I think that's fair enough. I think it just seems like a bit of a roleplay sort of community thing that went too far and some people are taking way too seriously. We'll say it wasn't really a death threat, it was more of a death wish, but that's me being pedantic and being a dickhead, sorry. Is someone doing a tattoo of it's a temporary tattoo of the cult thing. It's temporary, so I guess it's not that crazy. Here's a really strange TikTok about the whole thing. Children of the Waning Star genuinely put me into psychosis and I was worshipping Gigi and the entity like it was a religion. I wanted to go out into the woods at night and perform rituals with my sibling and friends of mine. Also got brainwashed into relapsing and performing blood sacrifices stuff like this is no joke. And now that I've made the decision to leave, I'm craving to join back like a feral animal. And then there's like, they've drawn the cult symbol on their hand with marker or something. I don't know if this is satire. I don't know if this is real. I don't know that even if this is real that we can necessarily blame Gigi for this because this could happen to anyone. Someone who subscribed to fucking Markiplier could go crazy and be like, oh, I just worship Markiplier and want to be part of this group. You know what I mean? This group of people who enjoy Markiplier videos. You know, it's not on Markiplier if a portion of his audience is too parasocial and does some weird shit. Guess it would be if he was intentionally leaning into that and manipulating people deliberately. I think Gigi's response to this whole thing is gonna be rather telling, so I'm excited to get to that.
I'm gonna start this off by saying that I'm posting on this account instead of my main because I am an ex-Children of the Waning Star member. I did not know that it was an actual cult. I thought it was a funny, silly little hee-hee ha-ha joke.
I think it is still a funny little sorry, fucking hell, I can't even say it. But I think it is still a funny joke, right? Well, it's not funny. I don't find it that entertaining, but the whole purpose is to be a joke, surely, right? It's not a real cult. But whatever, right? I wasn't a former member, so let's have a look at what this lady has to say.
It was not. And even if Gigi Jarvis is calling it a community now, that is exactly what cults do. They try to convince other people that it is not a cult, it is just a community to get more people to join.
That's so unfair, though. Like, this channel here, we have a community. It would be really unfair if someone went on TikTok and went, Dankyjabo is calling his subscriber base a community because that's what cults do, and he's trying to hide the brainwashing that he's trying to instill upon all of us. He wants everyone to carve camels into their skin and sacrifice donkeys. I guess in her response video, she clarified that it's not a real cult and that it's just more of a community, which is a fair thing to say in my opinion, but whatever, right? We'll keep watching.
Which is fucking crazy because there's literally, apparently, I have to say this allegedly because I haven't seen it, but apparently there was a dog sacrifice? Why are we sacrificing animals, people?
Okay, so it's just alleged that there was a dog sacrifice. We don't actually know if it happened. There's no evidence. And even if it did happen, to say that Gigi is responsible for the death of a dog is very unfair towards her. Like, that is the responsibility of whatever mentally ill human being decided to kill their dog because of an internet fad.
Why are we carving the symbols into our skin? You're fucking weird. You're fucking weird if you do that. And here's the thing. Children of the Waning Star, it sounds so fucking cool.
Does it really? It sounds like a 10-year-old's Wattpad story. It's not that cool. And people who are carving it into their skin, if that's happening, once again, I've not seen any evidence for that happening yet. Maybe it'll come up later, but honestly, I'm starting to doubt it. That's beyond weird. Like, that's mental illness. Like, that you need help if you're doing something like that, right? Calling them weird it's not going to help anybody. It's actually really sad. And if Gigi is, like, if there are people who genuinely believe that Gigi, the lady who started this whole thing, has started this cult to, like, manipulate people who are, I guess, not of sound minds to do as she pleases or as she desires, and her desires, for whatever reason, are to sacrifice dogs and carve the logo of the cult into their skin. I don't know, man. It just sounds so, like, unbelievable when I say it out loud. But if that is a thing that's happening, I think that's more of an issue with TikTok and the internet, and I guess just people in the modern day, if that makes sense. Like, for us to be at a point where convincing people to do something so horrible to themselves is that easy, it's terrifying. Which is why I really don't want to believe that people are actually doing it.
It sounds so cool. The emojis are really cute. Why did people have to be fucking weird about it? It could have been a little joke. It could have been something fun. Like the fucking Genshin Impact profile pictures. The wig cult. Do y'all remember the wig cult back in 2020? Back in 2021? Do y'all remember that? It could have been something funny like that.
So the wig cult is okay, even though the word cult is used there, that's okay. So the issue isn't that they use the word cult. I'm so confused right now. Is the issue that it's the word cult? Is the issue the scary music in the background? Is the issue that it's a half white, half Asian lady who's running it? I just don't understand what exactly the issue is here and who exactly people are blaming for the harm that is potentially being caused. Now, I do understand why people care. I'm not making a commentary video on something that no one cares about and I don't care about. I actually do really care. Like, I'm more curious than anything because, like, the millions of people who are viewing these videos and liking these videos and engaging with these videos, there's something here. There's something going on. But whether or not it's something worth talking about, because if it's not worth talking about, the fact that it's this popular is interesting, and interestingly that should be talked about. That something so not worth talking about is being talked about so much. Is it just by chance that the videos went viral? Like, was she just got lucky maybe with the algorithm? Did she accidentally strike gold? Is there a chance that she is intentionally manipulating everybody? Again, I don't think so, but there's more to this video, so we'll watch the rest of it.
Actually sacrifice things and carve things into themselves. Like, that is disgusting. And like, here's the thing with this video. I don't know who all is gonna see it. I don't know if this video is gonna blow up, if it's gonna hit 200 views and then tank. I don't know, but I'm putting this out there just in case. If you are a member of the Children of the Waning Star community, since she doesn't want us calling it a cult, if you're part of that community, do not interact with me. Do not fucking interact with me because I don't like you. If you have the emojis in your display name and you are actively waiting for those 5, 6, however many days till you can change your display name again, if you have those emojis in there but you are actively waiting to change your display name because you want no part in it, you are welcome here. You are safe here. Please do not let them convince you that it is just a community and that no harm is done. There is too much harm that has already been done, and this has been here for what? 4 days? And it's already become a mess.
She's not fucking leading Scientology. Like, it's just a TikTok group that potentially has gone out of hand. But I feel like people are just making shit up and people are taking it seriously. So far, all I've heard is, oh, apparently a dog was sacrificed. Oh, I'm hearing that people have carved it into their... I've not actually seen any... Not that I want to see that, right? I don't want to see that. Have people... What? If it's true and people are verifiably talking about it, has someone posted it on TikTok or Reddit or, like, are people doing... Whatever, we'll watch the rest of this.
This cult has gone too far. I'm gonna list some things I have learned that have been done because of this cult. People have been doxxed. People have made blood sacrifices.
This is the most, like, chronically online shit I've ever seen. What the fuck is going on? Like, I'm serious. I'm actually getting angry now. What is going on? What am I fucking watching? What is on my screen right now? Someone's put dance music in the background of some lady in a dress in some haunted house looking place with cat ears on, doing a strange, cryptic looking dance while somebody sensually talks into a microphone about how horrible this cult is with no evidence, once again.
People have carved the symbols into their skin. People are getting the symbols tattooed. People are worshiping an entity. People are committing blasphemy. The leader said the reason she is the leader is because she has so much evil in her.
Yeah, obviously that was a joke. She's not serious. She wouldn't genuinely go online and be like, guys, I'm actually an evil human being and I love to kill people.
Please leave. This is not a fun little joke anymore.
Oh, it's AI. It's an AI voice. I should have clocked that from the beginning. It's a fucking AI voice. This isn't a real video.
Don't you want to become a cult leader?
What in the diddly dang hellyfuck? Do you mean you sacrificed your dog's soul for Children of the Waning Star?
My dog is dead, so I brought his soul to Gigi. Gigi, I hope you're happy with the new soul I bought. Okay, so some chronically online fucking freak has a dead dog, allegedly, and is sacrificed. So they've not sacrificed their dog. They've not killed their dog for the cause, if you want to call it that. They just happen to have a dead dog and wanted to make a video out of it. I guess. And because they're role-playing being in a cult that has talked about sacrifices, probably jokingly, they made a fucking weird yeah, this person's deranged, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not the same as killing a dog. It's not the same as Gigi commanding her underlings to murder animals. There's also, once again, no evidence that there's an actual dead dog here.
Gang, have y'all been seeing the Children of the Waning Star cult? Sorry if anyone following me or watching this is a member, but it's weird ASF. If you don't know what it is, this lady called Gigi Jarvis started this cult called Children of the Waning Star.
I fucking hate this. I really hate it. Like, this is the worst fucking situation. Most chronically online. This is like ridiculous. This is the most Gen Z issue ever. We have a video here of someone seriously trying to dismantle a cult that allegedly has led to sacrifices of animals and people carving things into their skin. And there's a video of some hands massaging fucking what looks to be like, I don't know, a particularly malleable bit of candy floss or cotton candy, whatever you weirdos over there call it. But whatever, right? Let's hear them out. Maybe they have some great points.
Like, she put cult leader on her resume. It has a name and symbol and hand signing. People are worshiping this cult. I saw someone get a fucking tattoo too. Also, people of this cult have been seeing a fucking entity. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you seeing an entity, mate? This is giving in Silent Hill 2 when James has a couple screws loose and everything with Mary. No cuss at the start. The cult was silly, and they were throwing glue sticks at the ceiling because they wanted to. But now it's just fucking concerning. I hope everyone in this cult is okay, and yay. Bye.
This is like really, really, really weird, and I'm not happy at all. Alright, let's have a look at Gigi's response to the whole thing, because I feel like this will be important.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here as my actual self and be transparent as I can about everything going on, because it's insane. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking me like, what exactly are we and what are our goals moving forward? And I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. But to start it all off, we're on day 5. We're on day 5 and we have nearly 150,000 people, which is insane. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but 6 days ago, I was a nobody. I'm not some influencer that came on here and I was like, guys, literally join my cult. No, I put my dog down, had my birthday, and was just like, I feel crazy. I'm going to post something crazy. And then all of a sudden, a lot of you came to me and was just like, I'm down to be a part of something. And that's when it hit me. I was like, this can be something amazing. This could be something really great. And for me, my goals with Children of the Waning Star currently is I want us to create an inclusive community that thrives off kindness. I know that is such a cornball thing to say, and I know it's ironic, especially calling it a cult, but my friends told me, like, hey, you should monetize this, you should make subscriptions, I've heard people say make initiations, but no, I personally don't want that. If you want to be a part of this, I want you here. And that's enough, you know? I know a lot of people have been, like, DMing me on Instagram. They're like, hey, like, what can I do to prove that I'm worthy of... You're enough, I promise you. And I want to make a group of people that can showcase to you that, like, you matter.
Wow, what an evil piece of shit. This is so manipulative and horrible. What an evil human being that is doing this. Is, oh my goodness, this is like so disgusting. You matter, it's okay, you're okay the way you are, and you don't need to do anything crazy to prove yourself. Oh my god. Oh, the fucking the evil seeping through her fucking pores in this video is palpable! If you can't tell, I'm a little frustrated right now. I hate when the internet blows shit out of proportion like this. It is the most annoying, damaging thing ever. I couldn't imagine what it's like being this lady, right? Getting this amount of hate for something that is so innocent and well-intentioned, I'm guessing. I've got no reason not to believe her. I've got no reason to believe that she is genuinely trying to manipulate people who are not of sound mind to kill their dogs and carve shit into their skin. It's just as she said, she was no one before. She wasn't an influencer. She was just a fucking girl on a TikTok page that made a TikTok that went surprisingly viral, and now she's capitalizing off that virality, off that success. Who can fucking blame her? The cult video did well, so she wants to do more cult videos because she knows they do well, and that's why people watch her. In the same way that if a video of mine does well, I'm likely to do a part 2. In the same way, if a movie in Hollywood does well, they're likely to release a sequel. Now, fair enough, if the content being made is harmful, intrinsically harmful, causes harm upon other people, you should not make another one. And if this amount of harm has genuinely been caused by this cult, if you want to call it that, then yeah, I understand why you would be annoyed that she is continuing with it. I've yet to see any actual harm. I'm only seeing people talking about it. But with how gullible the fucking internet is and how fickle audiences are, it's like, this really just could be a bunch of baloney. In fact, it's most likely to just be a bunch of baloney. I'm sure there are people who have taken it too far, but like, no more than a bunch of other communities that have people in them that take things too far. Maybe proportionally, there's more people in this wee community here that take shit too far. But once again, is that really Gigi's fault? I feel like the most she can do is sit down, have a chat with people, make her intentions clear, and that seems to be exactly what she's doing here.
And I've been trying to implement this, but a voting system, I like the idea that I can ask a question like, what do we think about this? And y'all get to tell me what you think. I love scrolling through that stuff. And it's so kind, it's so awesome to see that, like, I'm used to trolls, I'm used to hate accounts, you know, like, and I'll look at someone's response to, like, I think this idea in the comment section is all just people responding to them being like, I like it too, like, this is awesome. And it's like, wow, people have a place, a third party place where they can be heard and accepted for who they are, their ideas, their creativity, and wow, how beautiful is that? That's crazy. And like I said, I was a nobody a few days ago, and I mean, I know I said I was an anime TikToker, but like, I only had the viral Levi and like Alvin ship. Like, I wasn't a big account. This is the biggest platform I've ever been a part of. And with that, I know that there's responsibilities, and we're on day 5, and I know it's a lot to ask, like, guys, be patient with me, but like, genuinely, I feel like a good relationship, it can't be me coming to you being like, my brother has Down syndrome and autism, I do nonprofits for a living. Like, I can't just info dump on you, because then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, okay, it's performative, you know. And I guess I'm asking to be given a little grace during this time, because I know in my heart I have good intentions, and anything I do, I am trying to do, like, for, I don't know, like, you.
This is, like, tremendously fair. She seems like a completely normal, sweet, well-intentioned girl who just doesn't know what it's like to be an influencer yet. She's been doing it for 5 bastard days. If I got famous 5 days into making my first video, I wouldn't have a fucking career. I had no idea how to act on the internet. I had no idea how to continue my momentum. I had no idea about anything. I didn't even know myself back then. I still barely know myself, but imagine if it was fucking back then. She just seems harmless. That's the best word I can think to describe her. She just seems, like, genuinely harmless.
I know that, like, being called a cult was not the best. There's definitely other names to call this, but now that because of using a clickbait word, we have developed this into a platform, a cultural movement. The engagement is so high. I would love to give back in a sense that I'm posting resources about, like, what is a cult, like, how to navigate that. Also, I would love to do mental health. I would love to showcase, like, things that could help the members of this. And while, like, also, like, I don't know if this has been noticed or anything, but anyone that creates any kind of art, I try so hard to repost it. I want to showcase, like, what you have done, the energy, the skill, the time you have put forward to, like, helping cultivate this. This is amazing. That is amazing. And then it's even more beautiful to see that I will repost something, and then a lot of people with the emoji will go in and, like, comment the kindest things on that person's post. Like, wow, it's genuinely an honor to have been chosen by you guys to help be a part of something this big.
This is, like, really cute. Am I just a gullible cult following buffoon? Have I fallen for the manipulation here? I'm sorry if this isn't, like, the reaction that you guys wanted from me, but this really does seem like a whole bunch of nothing. It's not my thing. Like, these sort of communities, I know they exist. They mentioned something earlier about Genshin fans. I'm not part of that community at all. I'm guessing that there is a lot of overlap between people who play Genshin and people who are a part of Children of the Waning Star. Don't ask me why. It's just every part of my intuition tells me that there is an overlap there. I shouldn't even say that, really, because there's definitely overlap between Genshin fans and Dankyjabo viewers as well. So it's nothing against Genshin fans particularly, but it's just not really a thing that I'm into. Not Genshin, but, like, this whole side of the internet, being a part of these communities that are built off of a singular person or an idea like this, or like a dark ideology sort of thing. It's not my thing particularly, but if you want to be a part of it and you're not harming anyone or yourself, then seems fine to me, and that doesn't exactly seem, it's not her intentions to do that.
I know people have been asking about, like, you know, like, what can I prove? What can I do to, like, be bigger in this community? Is there roles I can take on? No, like, genuinely, this is also a cornball thing to say, but I think kindness, it comes back in, like, threefold or whatever. But, like, I can tell if you're a part of the group because I stalk you guys. I stalk you guys and I read the comments, and it's so nice to see that, like, I don't know, when we were choosing the emojis, a lot of people struggled with, like, how to choose the emoji, and other people were in the comment sections being like, hey, this is how you do it. This is how, like, that is amazing to have a community of people. I know you guys are trying to make something amazing because of how you treat the people around you, and it's like, oh, sorry, I'm, like, emotional. But yeah, and I know it's a lot to ask to be like, hey, I'm a nobody, and I know I say a lot of out-of-pocket things to get the attention of people, and I know it's probably not the best hill to die on, but I genuinely think that, like, this is, like, so much bigger than me. I know it's not about me. I know I get edits, but, like, genuinely, if it was ever about me, then I would have probably had a following before this. But yeah, I want to give back as best as I can. I want to showcase you guys. I want to have resources here. I want to create, like, a community, and I know it's a lot to ask for you guys to trust that, like, I can help guide this in a direction, and that the intentions are good, especially with the irony of everything. But yeah, I would love to be able to grow with you guys, and I know it's like, it's a big ask, and also, like, if what I say and do, like, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, I'm not any of that. Literally, one of my biggest morals is to make sure I never do something intentionally to hurt another person, and if I do, I am trying my best to learn how I can make things right. And yeah, I don't know, I'm new to this, and I do things differently. I don't want conventions. I want to host, like, huge events where we all hang out. Like, I know I'm not the normal candidate for things like this.
Okay, just purely on like an internet sort of thing, the intentions here are good. It's just I don't think that they're particularly well informed. Like having communities like this is fine. I like on paper. I don't think it's going to work necessarily. Like this'll die down pretty quickly. Give it 2 weeks or so, and everyone will have forgotten that this is even a thing. I would say maybe give up on the whole community aspect of it and just become an influencer if that's what you want, but an influencer who spreads kindness, an influencer who's nice to people, you know what I mean? An influencer who does a lot of charity work or non-profit stuff like you said earlier. You know, sort of move more towards that direction as opposed to being the leader of a community. Even if you want to do all those same things as a leader or whatever, then I think people will have a lot less of an issue with that, and it'll probably work better long term as well. Like if this channel wasn't a commentary channel where I run the channel and I have people who watch me and I market it more as like a, I am the leader of the Dankyjabo community, and you're all my Danky giblets, and we do shit like draw pictures and spread hate on the internet every day. Or even spread love. Like, even if it was a positive message, it just wouldn't really work. Like, that's not how the internet works, in my opinion. And if it is, I've never been a part of a space like that, so I don't really know. From what I'm aware, that's not really how things work here. I mean, maybe it is for a couple of days or so, but long term, it just never goes down well. I don't think she's evil or anything. I do think she's well-intentioned. I just don't think it's gonna work. Not because of any immoral, horrible, or disgusting, predatory, violent reasons, but just because I've never really seen anything like this happen before. For longer than a few weeks, obviously.
Hey guys, so we're not gonna use the word cult anymore to describe us. Which honestly makes sense, because we're just a community that uses dark aesthetics. No one is actually doing rituals or sacrificing an animal, I hope. Also, like I said in my last video, because of using the word cult and it being clickbaity, and it's the reason why the platform grew so fast, I would love to post resources about all of that. I'm looking into that right now. But anywho, I would still love to make the Wikipedia page, and I cannot write everything myself, so I will continue posting things that we can vote on, and I look forward to hearing what y'all say.
So that is her actively discouraging rituals and sacrifices and anything of the like. Are people going to make the argument that she's double bluffing us? It's a double whammy. She's manipulating us by using a negative, knowing that her audience aren't gonna listen to her? Because that's really unfair. Like, what could she possibly do? Do you want her to sit there and go like, yes guys, keep sacrificing animals, keep killing the dogs? Is that gonna make people go, ah, you know what, finally. I'm so glad that we finally have reached a point where we can all agree and just be happy with with how this is going. I'm speaking out because the children of the waning star is far more dangerous than people realize. What's happening under the guise of a community is deeply disturbing. Individuals are sacrificing animals, carving symbols into their bodies, and participating in increasingly violent and harmful behavior. Once again, no evidence of that. Despite the leader, Dankyjabo, claiming this isn't a cult, it's not. These are exactly the kinds of warning signs we see when cults begin. Gigi has been encouraging, or at the very least enabling, people's psychosis and delusions, blurring the lines between fantasy and reality in deeply unhealthy ways. Prove it. Fucking prove it. I've not seen any. She's literally discouraging it in that video. Enabling? What do you mean enabling it? How could she not enable? What do you? I can't understand what. Explain exactly what you mean. Like, get really specific here. If a fan of mine, if a viewer of the Dankyjabo channel goes out and kills someone, have I enabled that murder? No! I'm not responsible for what my fans do. I understand there's a line there, right? I understand there's a line there, and that there is a level of responsibility that does need to be taken by a content creator if they act in a certain way that is clearly intentioned to manipulate people into doing such a thing. Like, if I made an argument for why everybody should murder their next door neighbor at the start of all of my videos, and I was seriously, genuinely, non-ironically doing such a thing, and then someone went out and did that, I would understand why there is a lot more of an argument to be made that I am responsible, enabling, and encouraging such behavior. But that's not what's happening here. I mean, the video you've commented on literally has her discouraging it all. This is not some quirky fandom or harmless aesthetic. It's real harm. People are mocking sacred religions, abandoning their values, and turning to rituals that are both dangerous and exploitative. Even in her so-called apology video, Gigi ended it with laughter, brushing off the concerns as if none of it mattered. Maybe she's just new to it and isn't entirely comfortable on camera talking to millions of people yet. Could be that. Maybe it's not because she's fucking Emperor Palpatine. I feel like she's just started a cute TikTok aesthetic and people are acting as though she's the leader of the KKK. That's not accountability. That's manipulation. Just have a fucking day off, lads. This needs to be stopped before more people get hurt. new profile pictures for you guys who hate this, by the way. Oh, so you're trying to get a community of people with the same profile picture as you. That sounds like some cult-like behavior there, my friend. I'm not too sure what you're trying to enable. You know, people are sending death threats to Gigi and sending like loads of hate her way, and people who are a part of the Waning Star cult thing, whatever, who are well-intentioned, people are sending really horrible messages their way. Are you going to take responsibility for that? Because you're enabling that behavior, aren't you? See how it's not exactly the fairest thing to say now? If someone with the profile picture that you have started goes on to send death threats to Gigi or dox Gigi or do something horrible to her, how would you feel if everyone coined you as the one who was responsible for it? To be fair, they have me covered though, because they replied to this comment saying, and to those who have been sending death threats to Gigi and her followers, you should be ashamed of yourself. Well, according to you, it's not okay when Gigi says not to do the harmful things that you're claiming people are doing. So if her discouraging it on video is still her enabling it, then you discouraging it in this comment section also still counts as you enabling it all. This is a peaceful account simply for awareness. You sound a lot like Gigi in these fucking videos. It's a peaceful account. We have no ill will. It's well-intentioned. You are saying the exact same things that she is saying. I do not condone bullying or anything. I mean, fuck me. Like, how do you not see the blaring irony in this? Let's have a look at the actual, like, so-called disturbing cult activity. Wow, these dark, horrible rituals are causing so much harm within people. Okay, I get the aesthetic now. This is like the whole point of the group here. This is the sort of aesthetic that they all have, and they just want to have chats with each other and spread positivity, I suppose, on Gigi's end at least. Yeah, no doubt people are taking it too far. People are taking it way too seriously. There's a lot of people who are investing themselves way too much in it and sending death threats to people who leave and acting as though it is a real cult or whatever, but once again, I just don't think you can blame that on Gigi necessarily. Forgive me, cult of the Waning Star. I wanted to leave, but I'm bonded to the cult. I can't leave no matter how hard I try, so I must stay. I mean, it just seems like a bunch of kids role-playing. Am I just too old for this shit? Am I just not the right audience for this? I really don't understand it as much as I feel like I'm being expected to understand it, if that makes sense. But you see, like, I'm reading this Reddit post here, which is top post of all time on the Waning Star Reddit with a grand total of 24 members. User Scale Meatloaf is the moderator of it. I don't even know how I fucking ended up here, but like, I'm reading that post and it's like, there's a lot of trauma here and there's a lot of horrible things that are happening in the world, but it just has nothing to do with the situation, and I hate to say it, but you just have to calm the fuck down, man. If we react this aggressively and this powerfully to something this menial, and that becomes a normal thing, there is going to be nothing that anybody can do without everybody freaking the fuck out. Alright, so a friend of mine actually ended up joining the Discord. I did not want to show my face there in case any of them recognize me, but let's have a look at what the Discord looked like. All invites, I can't find any more invites to this, so luckily we got a bit of it beforehand. Let's have a look at the really dark rituals that are being promoted here. I'm gonna bet that it's a whole bunch of nothing. Hello, dear member, may Gigi be with you. We hope you have a good time. Just to be clear, Gigi is not the one who made this server, so this, like, it's not like a narcissistic thing where she's asking people to praise her or worship her. This is just what the community has done, I suppose. They're like looking at her as a deity because that's what a normal cult does. It's weird. I get that much is weird, but doesn't solicit the response that has been solicited, in my opinion. So here's them talking about the entity, screenshot here, and then this one as well. Again, it just seems like roleplay. I'm not sure how serious this is. I don't know. Like, I seriously have no idea if these people are genuinely acting as though they're seeing something or if it's just imaginary to them. I'm sure some people are being genuine and some people are role-playing, and those two people are interacting with each other, not knowing that the other one is taking it seriously or role-playing. And there's one person here who has announced like an actual sacrifice somewhere in Utah, of course, for a goat. So I guess that's where the sacrificial, like, harm lies, but then people have all responded to it immediately going like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't actually do sacrifices here. So it definitely seems as though the majority of people are, like, completely rational. And someone impersonated Gigi's account by just making a Discord account with the name Gigi. That's like, that endorses the sacrifice. Then Sophie with the cum tag says, I don't... This is so fucking not my scene. This is not me at all. Me, like, analyzing or looking at this sort of topic is like the Scooby-Doo Batman crossover. It's two worlds that never should have collided. And Ash has sent coordinates for the sacrifice. It takes you to a canyon in Utah, and then they got banned. So, obviously, this is not... and Gigi's not even in this Discord, so... I feel like this is pretty decent evidence that the majority of people who are partaking in this community don't actually want to participate in this fucking deranged, weird shit. It's just kids role-playing. Calm the fuck down. Even the alleged sacrifice is most likely just some weirdo trolling. I genuinely don't believe they're in CWS, sorry, but everyone in CWS knows, including I, that we don't do sacrifices. To which Ash, mate, this fucking menace, responds with, "You are not a dedicated member of this organization. I escaped Scientology and was hoping for a group of people with similar beliefs," and then they got banned. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all that can be said about this thing. Let's have a look at what Gigi's up to now, if I've missed anything.
Hey guys, if we had an accessory so we could spot out other people from our community out in public, what should it be? Like, is it a pin, a bracelet, a sock, and also is it a certain color scheme? Whoever has an idea with the most amount of likes will be talked about in tomorrow's video, so let me know.
Man, there's so many comments on that fucking TikTok that's like, I barely I don't even know what to start. If you could read my mind right now, you'd probably die of confusion because I don't even know what I'm thinking. Like, it's just so weird. Alright, I think final say on this whole thing, because we're done. We're not going to watch any more videos. We're done with this topic. Final say, if people are genuinely harming themselves or others because of the whole thing, which I don't think is happening, I've not seen any evidence of the sort. Nobody can prove definitively that it is or isn't happening. But if it is happening, that's fucking horrible. It shouldn't be happening, but it's not Gigi's fault. I do think what Gigi is doing is a little bit childish and ill-informed, but not like from a moral point of view, but just from a sort of like how the internet works point of view. That video in particular where she's talking about like spotting people in real life who are part of the community could lead to some strange behaviors from people who have been proven to be rather impressionable, maybe acting strangely in public. Like, it definitely could slippery slope its way into something that is a little bit more of a problem. But as it stands right now, the whole thing has just been blown way out of proportion, in my opinion. If I've missed something that you guys like have, you know, that you know about, that you really are disappointed that I've missed, that could change everything here, including my own opinion, then be sure to let me know in the comments, because once again, I'm always open to being held accountable or being proven wrong. But this really does seem like something that has just been blown out of proportion, in my opinion. Like, I feel quite bad for Gigi. She's receiving a lot of shit, undoubtedly, receiving a lot of threats, a lot of wishes, like death wishes, a lot of horrible shit, no doubt, because this thing has gone viral. Every TikTok gets millions of views, and to have that many people fucking despise you and accuse you of doing such horrible shit can't feel good for the lassie. It's like, I did say it earlier, she's like, she started a wee harmless community with good intentions, and now people are acting as though she's the second coming of the Ku Klux Klan. I really do continue to wonder if she had just used a different word that wasn't cult from the beginning, if any of this would have become as big as it currently has. I think the comments being like, oh, Gigi died on the cross, Gigi's this, we worship Gigi, those are fucking weird as well, but it's just, in my opinion, likely to be people having fun for most of them. I wouldn't say it's a good thing that's happening, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad thing either. It's just a thing that is happening on the internet right now that no one will remember in a matter of weeks. So that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter, I feel. So I guess for today's outro for the video, I want to talk about this camel fan art that someone drew for me. In my last video, I revealed that my persona, if I was ever to be a furry, which won't happen in all probability, but never say never, would be a camel, and someone drew me as a camel, and I think it's fucking cool. This is my favorite piece of fan art I've ever received. It's fucking cool as shit, so thank you very much. Here's their Instagram account. Go show them some love. But other than that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!